Tell me about ICES.
Well, ICES is a small, veteran-owned company. It was started by 3 gentlemen where their prime concern was, number one, supporting the mission and also taking good care of their employees. So I think we have a very small company that, again, is focused on the mission and takes very good care of their employees. We have a great benefit package, and I think the work that we do is important to the mission. We predominantly hire systems engineers, integrators, test engineers, network engineers, architects. Our primary customers are the Department of Defense and the intelligence community.
How do you find candidates? Do you find them online or at job fairs? What are some of the ways that you find candidates?
Well, we do all the traditional recruiting. We find candidates on the job boards. We find them also at job fairs, obviously. And employee referral. The employee referral program is very important to any company today.
If you had 1 or 2 key ways that you would find candidates, what would be those 1 or 2 key ways?
Probably the employee referral program is usually the strongest at any company because employers know that people are not going to refer candidates if they're not going to be strong and represent them well. So the employee referral program is always very important to consider. So anyone that you know that works at another company, you should never be afraid to contact them so that the resume can get into the employee referral program. They also, I think, get first look, because you have to remember that recruiters are looking at an awful lot of people, both through the traditional job boards, whether they have a website, job fairs. You're looking at hundreds and hundreds of resumes. So if you get a good referral, you're going to take a look at that first.
We get a lot of questions from job seekers on how long they should have their resume. When someone sends in a resume for a very specific position, what do you like to see as a recruiter as far as length of resume and what the resume entails?
I think it's important to keep the resume fairly brief. It should be no longer than 2, maybe 3 pages max. And I know that's difficult for people who have maybe 20 or 30 years, careers behind them, but it's important to keep it brief because you don't have a great deal of time to look at these resumes. The other thing that I can't emphasize enough is that the candidate needs to look at the requisition that they're applying for. Because so much is done with through electronics, whether you're searching on the internet or through your own applicant tracking system. Keyword searches are the primary way that recruiters are looking for candidates. And so you may be the best candidate, you may have an excellent resume, but if in that keyword search your resume doesn't come up, the recruiter's never going to contact you. So I can't emphasize enough that sometimes you may have to have multiple resumes. You may have to have resumes that reflect different job skills that you've had during your career so that your resume will come up in a job search.